What's up, guys? I'm Dez. This is Chris. This is Ryan. And welcome to The Up.
This is my perfect victory! That's right!
Guys, moving on from the NBA playoffs, from our pretenders, our contenders, we're going to jump right in to the main man of the NBA, LeBron James, especially with his new role on the Lakers that he's taken of taking the lead role and kind of, like we said, turning back the clock, going back to his, 2018 Cavalier self. We're going to talk about LeBron. Can he win out Austin Reaves and Luka Dončić? I know they're up 2-0. He keep up the pace on the road against Houston. What are your thoughts, guys?
You want to lead us?
I think I'll hit this one last because it's going to get messy.
Thing LeBron James he's not his 2018 self. I think that is one thing that needs to be noted. I think his 2018 self, in my opinion, was his best version. It didn't end up in a NBA Finals win. It did end up in an NBA Finals appearance with a team that probably shouldn't have been there. This is not the same LeBron. This is 41-year-old LeBron. He's matured. He has taken on that role to fill in wherever he's needed. Yes, he is still an elite player. As we've seen, he showed he can score when he needs to score. He can assist. He can help everyone else get opened up to score. And he can also help on the defensive end in terms of rebounding. I think he isn't super elite, and he won't be able to carry the Lakers alone to an NBA Finals appearance, much less a win. I do think in this series, he has all the pieces. He could easily help to sweep, and then he gets back to help, because I believe he's filling the roles, but he can only fill for so long. Is when he comes back and Austin Reaves comes back, we'll kind of take a step back in terms of the scoring role and allow those two to more take on that. But LeBron will still fill in the role of filling on offense in terms of assisting, facilitating, and defense as well. Boards. Nonetheless, I think he is great for the series. Overall, it's not going to be sustainable if you're anyone.
Absolutely. I think, my beliefs on this is he's playing at a extremely high level and a little bit different than what we saw from 2018, but similar in certain ways. Difference is he's not scoring at the level he did in 2018. Obviously, he was able to drop 40, 50 consistently in that version, but that was what was required of him. He didn't have the pieces around him that could score. He was required to go out there and score that many points. Got a little bit better of a supporting cast now that he can trust to score. As we saw, Luke Kennard putting up over 25, or around 25 his last two games. Marcus Smart putting up 25 this past game. He's got a little bit more of a supporting cast that he can feel a little bit more free passing the ball to and allowing the team to do what they do scoring-wise. DeAndre Ayton, another good option for them to score within the paint. So what I think, like Des said, what you're seeing out of LeBron is a matured version that where he can do literally anything you ask at a very, very high level, whether that is pass, get players open, play defense, run the floor, go score when you need a bucket. He can shoot. He can drive. I mean, he is dunking as much as we've ever seen him dunk. It's pretty amazing to see at his age, getting to the rim like he's been getting to the rim and just moving past players with speed. I mean, this is the oldest player in the league, being past guys who are, 15, 10 years younger than him with ease. I think it only will benefit the team moving forward if they are able to get Austin Reaves and Luka Dončić back. You are gaining the confidence in these players because they're taking a bigger role. They know they can step up into that role. They're going to feel better about themselves moving forward, as well as adding those two pieces. This is going to be a scary team moving forward. Ron can still win without elite help. He's what he's shown us. Like I said, we'll see what he does on the road. I truly believe he is still a number one option and can still play the role he's played for the past 23 years of his career.
All right. Yeah, I do think that LeBron is doing what he needs to do right now with Reeves and Luka out. I do think what we're going to see is I think we're going to see the Lakers go into Houston and they're going to win game 3. And I think you're going to have Reeves come back and you're going to have LeBron taking his game off. I think he's going to take game 4 off, load management or whatever they call it nowadays. And I think he's going to get right for the next series because he has the supporting cast behind him to where he can probably sit out a game in this series and that team can still come away with the win. You have, like you said, you have DeAndre Ayton, who is definitely not the all-star caliber player that he used to be, but he's still that presence in that paint. And you have Marcus Smart, who is also a reigning defensive player of the year, and somebody who is available to take away that point guard position once Luka is, or until Luka's back. So I do think the Lakers have the pieces that they need and that supporting cast that LeBron needs to win. You've seen LeBron get to the finals without help, but what you really haven't seen is LeBron win a finals without help. I think he's always had stars and good pieces behind him when he makes those championship runs. And I think this year it's going to be hard for him with his age and the talent that he'll have to face. But if there was any year that he was going to win it, it's going to be this year. I think the Lakers have too much talent for them not to win this year. But as far as him being the number one option, I don't think LeBron needs to be the number one option. I don't think he has to be to win. I think he could be the third option. But when that game's on the line in that fourth quarter in a close game, you best bet that LeBron will be that number one option. 2 minutes left, game tied. LeBron's the only one touching that ball. Unless he passes it out.
Luka on the floor with Luka not on the floor.
With Luka on the floor.
Wow,
LeBron will be the facilitator. Whether Luka, he might pass it up to Luka for that shot, but you best bet that LeBron will touch that ball.
There are quite a few players on that team that you could trust with the last shot, unlike any other year that LeBron's had. And hitting on your point of, every time he's made it, he's had stars around him. I think that's every team. I think there's you're looking at it like OKC, yay, Chet, the defense they got from the Williams. You got to look at the Nuggets, right? The Nuggets with Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter, Gordon. Look at Celtics, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Horford. Nobody's going to do it by themselves. Saw LeBron try to do it in 2018, and I think nobody has ever really made it that far with that caliber roster. And he did it again with the Cavs early on in his career. He did it again later on with the Cavs. So you look back at the finals wins, you're not going to see too many people who had a roster where one guy was doing it by himself.
Steph did it in 2022.
You sure about that?
Yeah. What do you have? He had Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole.
Draymond Green.
Yeah, but what's Draymond Green doing? Dropping 11 and 3 technical
He's a
fouls
Hall
a
of
game?
Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is. I'm not going to argue with that. But what I'm saying is that Draymond's going to come in and he's going to give you 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 flagrant fouls.
Does defense not matter in basketball? Like, does that not help in championships?
Yeah, defense helps wins championships, but not when you get flagrant fouls every 2 seconds.
He missed a single game in that finals because of a flagrant?
No.
So then what's the argument? Because he was in every game.
But he ain't doing anything that's different than what other players are doing on other courts.
So what other course? My career? Like, what are we talking about?
Bro,
I think the last time we saw a guy come in, win an NBA Finals without, I don't want to say, but significant help was Dirk Nowitzki back in 2011, where he did face the big three.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
He bowed up as a mug, got 3 hot shots over there yapping about him, and he showed him the German delight. I think that might be one of the last times you'll see a guy who, he is a star, he's a Hall of Famer. Surrounded around him wasn't really anything at the time, superstar to star quality. And I think that was kind of a unicorn and a really unique situation, which I don't think you'll see a NBA Finals winner be kind of a lone man standing.
Great.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us on all platforms. We got much more coming. As always, we'll catch you on the up.
We go.